Prep Rally Live.
On tape.
I'm Chip Souza, and this is
Rick Fires.
There you go. He can't spell it, but he knows how to say it. This is Rick Fires. This is Prep Rally Live on tape. And we're going to bring you the game of the week brought to you by West Termite Pest and Lawn. Now, Ricky, we could have picked a lot of different games this week in the second round of the playoffs. Every game this week is a game of the week.
You know what? We're bringing out the big guns. We're bringing out the big guns. All the teams, the big teams that had byes last week, we got Fayetteville, champions of the 7A West. We got Bentonville, the runner-up. We got Bryant, the three-time defending state champion. They spent a week over here on the sideline watching these other teams scramble around. They're ready to jump in. Let's go.
Now, Ricky, we talked to these coaches. They hadn't been sitting over there eating moon pies and drinking chocolate milk, though. They said they've been getting after it. They've been getting after it during the bye week. Ones against ones.
Let's go.
Knocking heads. They're ready.
Instead of 3-hour practice, now might be 2 hours, 45 minutes in the dark. They're not messing around. They're ready right here to jump into playoffs, and we're ready to go with them.
You know, Ricky, that road to the rock is a straight shot. Not a lot of turns in there, no twists and turns. It's get in the car, crank it up, put the gas in it, let's go. Pedal to the metal. Not left-hand lane hammer down, but just pedal to the metal.
Yeah, whatever happened to that?
Yeah, you know, that didn't work out too well. So anyway, our game of the week this week, we're going to go with Cabot at Fayetteville. Cabot coming off a big win last week in the first round of the playoffs. Fayetteville had a bye. Ricky, we've said it all year long. We've said it. Now
I said it first, and you followed me, right?
Yeah, well, you know.
Okay, all right.
Well,
anyway, we're in agreement.
You know these are recorded. People can go back and watch these, right? Yeah, see, there you go. All right, so Cabot at Fayetteville. Cabot coming off a big win. Fayetteville with a bye. Ricky, we've said all year long, Fayetteville would be the most improved team in 7A.
Okay.
But anyway,
I knew you were going to do that.
Fayetteville, now it's no time to talk about it. Time to be about it. Time to do it. Time to live up to it. Time to do it. They get their first chance Friday night at home. How do you see it, Ricky?
Oh, man. Cabot, now, man, they put a whipping on our boys, the Wildcats from Harbor. They got a kid, Braden James. Man, they put him in the shotgun. They put him here. They put him over there.
And this is not your daddy's Cabot team, Ricky. This is we throw the ball now Cabot team.
Oh,
this
that's not that old team, the old Malhelm and everything. No, they can sling it too.
That's right. They can.
And they can run it too.
Yeah.
But you know what? Nobody throws it like the Fayetteville Bulldogs. With our man, Bladen
Fight. That's my boy. You're my boy, Bladen.
You're my boy.
Yeah.
Where'd I see that at? Old House or something.
I said it. Oh, no, maybe not.
But yeah, Middle Tennessee State, he's going to go there. Well, he got an offer there.
Got an offer.
But he still got a lot of football. Fayetteville, their passing game. You know what? They got some defensive backs back there who can play. They got a great linebacker.
Caden.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep.
Now, Manny got hurt. He won't be there.
That's okay. Caden Turner, he played all of it. He can
play all three.
K9, he got it all.
K9.
He got it.
I like
he got
that.
this.
K9.
He got this. Yes.
So, Caden, K9 for the Bulldogs. Fayetteville will win this game.
Junkyard dog out there, Ricky.
Yep, let's
He's a
go.
Junkyard dog. Let's
Purple
go, Fayetteville.
Bulldogs.
Time to do it, Fayetteville.
Let's go.
We're not talking about it anymore. It's time to do it.
Yep.
Time to do it.
Put away your conference championship belt. Whole different ball game.
That's right. So you got Fayetteville winning at home against Cabot and advancing to the semifinals, Ricky. That's what you have.
Without question.
Now, also a little farther up the Interstate 49, a little bit farther up that way to Bentonville.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Ricky, Bentonville has gotten a bye for 67 years in a row in the first round of the playoffs, I think. Every year.
Because they win conference every year.
They do. So except this year, Fayetteville won it. But Bentonville got the number 2, so they got that bye. The bye has not been kind to them, okay? They have not fared all that well recently coming off the bye. But talked with Henry Apple just a while ago on the Prep Rally podcast. He knows. He said, Jody Grant said, this past week in practices, one's getting after it.
One's against
getting
one.
After it. Yes, sir, getting after it.
They wasn't getting a little sophomores and freshmen ready?
Nope. They were getting after it.
One-on-one.
They are ready. They're ready. Now,
and who they got?
They have got, this is a tough one, Ricky, North Little Rock coming in. Okay.
They better be ready.
North Little Rock's been in the state championship game 37 years in a row, and I think down there.
A lot of years. We go ahead, 6 maybe.
Maybe 6.
6, okay.
So
we exaggerate.
They know what they know what it's like to get into the state championship game. All right. So Bentonville puts as good of players on the field as anybody in 7A. As anybody.
Including Bryant and North Little Rock?
Including Bryant. I'm talking offensively, yes they do. Now, they got to produce. Last year, they I'm doing a story on Chas Nimrod this week. I said, Chas, there's no other way to put this. You guys laid an egg in the playoffs last year. You blew a 2-touchdown lead. There's no other way to explain it than that's what they did. He said, you're right. And I said, okay, what's going to be different this year than it was last year? He said, we're older, and I think we're more ready to play, more mature. We're ready to play. All right. So, Ricky, how do you see that one?
You know what? I believe in Chaz. He's a great athlete, going to go to Tennessee, wide receiver. He returns kicks, punts, he does everything. You know what? And if he said they're not going to lay an egg, I believe him. So I got Bentonville winning this
Bentonville winning. So this could be a big win for Bentonville.
Yes.
North Little Rock. You know, man, you're coming off a bye. Man, it's going to be a tough game. But I'm with you, Ricky. I think Bentonville is ready to answer that challenge this year. I think they're ready.
Because there have been some questions about Bentonville a little bit.
No doubt.
They had turnovers in one game, 6 turnovers in one game.
And a loss to Conway.
They kind of gave in. Nobody's played defense over the years in Bentonville. They've given up some.
Fayetteville took it to them.
Rogers scored a bunch of points.
They did. So Henry mentioned this also in our podcast. It's going to depend on which Bentonville defense shows up. Is it the defense that looked really, really good against Bentonville West, or is it the defense that couldn't seem to stop Rogers at all? If it's that defense against Rogers, it's going to be a long night for Bentonville.
If Jody Grant said they got after it and there was some head knockings over there at Tiger Stadium, I believe it. So
you my boy, Jody.
Yeah. So I'm taking the Bentonville Tigers, the black and gold.
There you go. Now, Ricky, all the big games aren't just in the 7A. Every classification has big games, and this is going to be a fun game. What? Lamar coming off a 1-point win at home against a much improved Gentry team. Gentry missed an extra point there at the end, ended up 21-20. Lamar wins it. Lamar's going to come up to Prairie Grove and play Danny Absher's Tigers. And Ricky, I think this game will last about 32 minutes.
Man,
run.
Well,
you
know what that's called? That's called country boy.
That's right.
Knock them off the line of scrimmage.
Rock 'em,
football.
sock 'em, baby.
We're not doing this fancy stand up here looking at what play we running, coach, and stand in the middle of the field and fling it off. They're going to line it up.
Here's how they do, Ricky. Coach, we're running 32 dive behind guard, right? 32 dive? Okay. They're not whispering. We're going to run 32 dive, 32 dive. We're going to run 32 dive, okay? And then that's what they do.
And boom, knock them off the ball for about 20 yards, hopefully.
Because these boys from Lamar and Prairie Grove, they throw bales of hay around all summer long.
Yeah, I mean, this is fun for them. This ain't work.
No, this is
a lot of kids
taking a break.
I got to go practice. I got to throw the football.
Practice was hard today, Ricky. Yeah, you know what? You want to learn hard? Go bale hay for a day.
Yeah, and that's what they do at Prairie Grove.
Exactly.
When I'm eating my, what'd you say?
Moon pie, drinking RC Cola.
And I pass them. They're out there in the field over there at Prairie Grove. That's exactly what they're doing.
They're getting after it.
Now, Lamar's the same kind of way.
You better believe they are. Josh Jones, the coach at Lamar, born and raised in Boonville.
He knows football.
He knows that hard-nosed football. There's no question about that. They run that same wing test, same grind it out, run it out. And Ricky, you saw this last week, a 22-play drive, 22 plays. 22 plays in one drive.
From a sports writer on Deadline, it was a thing of beauty.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
76 yards, 22 plays by Jonesboro Westside on opening possession against Prairie Grove. And it took about 22 minutes, all the first quarter, into the second quarter, and I enjoyed it immensely.
Now,
but Jonesboro Westside lost. Prairie Grove beat them.
Because Prairie Grove drove it right back down their throat. Maybe not in 22 plays, but they drove it right back. So who do you have in this one, Ricky? Lamar at Prairie Grove. Going to be a great game.
Prairie Grove.
The black and gold.
The black and gold. Two
Tigers.
black and golds.
The black and gold, yes, sir.
Man, I just like, they're so consistent. Danny Absher built that program over there when they really down one of the worst programs in the state of Arkansas, maybe the whole country.
Not only does he coach a great team, Ricky, his field is pristine and he takes care of it. All grass, turf, beautiful field.
You know, I think when it starts snowing, I think he goes out there and mows the grass. I went over there the other day to do a player interview, and where's Danny at? Yep, there he is. He had his earmuffs on, probably listening to some country music.
Waylon and Willie.
Willie and Willie and the boys.
Yes, sir. Little Merle.
Yeah, let's go to Lukenbach, Texas.
Yes, sir.
If Danny goes, I want to go with him.
Yes,
but
sir.
Right now, they're going to go to the next round of playoffs after they beat Lamar.
That's going to be great. So, to recap, Ricky's got Fayetteville winning against Cabot. He's got Bentonville winning at home against North Little Rock. And he's got Prairie Grove winning at home against Lamar.
Guaranteed 3-0. Or
and
maybe
again,
0-3.
We want to thank the West Termite Pest and Lawn for being the sponsor of our game of the week all year long. Thank you for that. They put high school athletics high on that list, and we do appreciate that. And we also, Ricky, I want to congratulate all the teams. You know, there's a lot of teams we're not talking about in this show, but all the teams that won their first round playoff games, and even if they didn't, just all high school, anybody involved in the high school Friday night lights, the cheerleaders, the band, the football, the people cooking the burgers outside the concession stand.
Give me my hamburgers.
The guys who've been on the PA systems for 40 years, some of those guys. And,
Love those guys.
Radio crews that travel around and just everybody involved.
And they get excited in press box.
Yes.
I hear them. Woo!
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, you know, high school athletics, Ricky, is what we love. It's the most pure form of athletics because those kids are out there.
They don't have an NIL.
No, they don't.
They play for the community, their family, themselves.
That's right.
And the school colors.
And Ricky, I was going to tell you this too. I was over at Shiloh Christian Friday night, and they had a group of 4 girls come out and sing the national anthem a cappella. I can't spell it, but they sang it.
That's hard to do.
Beautifully. And
that
Shiloh,
means no musical background.
Yes, just them. And Shiloh Christian had brought in a big fire truck, and they hung a big American flag because Veterans Day was last Thursday.
Yes.
Salute to all the veterans. Thank you for your service to our country. But anyway, what a beautiful night. Had a big flag flying out there at on one end zone. And these young ladies that just absolutely, woo, on that national anthem. Fantastic. Shiloh Christian, y'all knew how to do it right. Y'all did a great job with that. So, Ricky, we move on this week. This is the second week of the playoffs. We'll be back with you next week, and we'll take a look at week 3. We'll see if Ricky's right or Ricky's wrong. I'm Chip Souza. This is Ricky Fires. Thanks for watching Prep Rally Live
on tape.
There you go.